Hello again, Suzanne here, your angel intuitive and spiritual guidance counselor. So, excuse me, it's already coming. Stuff's coming in. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that because I'm gonna talk and it's gonna cut off on me. Or the battery's gonna die. So, I was having a conversation with a client, and we were talking about grounding and how to stay grounded, and how she's been more grounded and almost too grounded, and it's finding that balance and that harmony. And I had, and surprisingly, I had just heard on in the media that now having a lawn is racist. Well, surprise, surprise, everything is, right? And how, having a lawn is dangerous to your health and to the environment. Yeah, no matter where you stand on certain things that the media puts out at us, I'm not even going to say the word, but anything of nature is positive. Anything of nature is good for our health. In that plant life in nature, plant life is good for our health. Grass is very, very good for our health. Whether you're eating it or walking on it, looking at it, because green is a very calming color, just the color aspect of looking at the grass. But I want to show, I've shown these cards before, the Earth Magic Oracle, just because I want to show this picture that goes right along with it. Because I was planning on talking about this, then I pulled the card and I was like, oh, perfect, we're going to use this. So it's tree, it's grounding, right? And you see, well, if it ever focuses, come on camera, there we go. So you can see the grass here. The other beautiful aspect of this, grounding with the tree. So as above, so below. So this is about reminding us how we're not that different. We're not that different than a tree and nature, and we need to cohabitate with nature. We need to connect and tune in with nature more. You know, look at the cities and things where people are so stressed out. It's mostly asphalt and cement. They're moving the plant life out. They're taking trees down. Nothing more frustrating than when, you know, someone flips a house, you know, especially with the crazy market that's happening in 2022. You know, people are selling houses for crazy amounts or flipping them or, you know, fixing them up and doing things. The first thing that they do is destroy the yard. They take the trees out. They take the grass out, especially out here where I am in Arizona, in the desert area. We do have plant life. We have some beautiful desert plants. But people will come in and wipe it all out and put in a gravel yard. Just what I call the litter box. It's just gravel. There's nothing to it, but they say, oh, that sells better because it's a blank canvas. But then the people buy the house and then they put trees back in that are like what they just took out. So frustrating. Especially when I get to know the plants and the trees and crazy lady. So going back to the grass and grounding. So the beautiful aspect of that is it gives, not only can we ground, one of the greatest feelings is having nice lush grass, cool grass under your feet in the summertime when it's hot, right? So, and my client and I were talking about that. She's like, oh, what's the best feeling? Then even mud squishing between your toes and grounding and feeling yourself sink in. And that's a great way to visualize grounding. If we need grounding, if we're not focused enough and we feel like we're too airy-fairy and too floaty and not attached, and we need to ground and focus, visualizing that, you know, sinking your feet into the mud and becoming the roots. Become the roots. Okay? And then we're connecting with Mother Earth, and then we're reaching up to Father God, and then we become the conduit for both. So we have balance and harmony. So grounding is very important. The grass is another thing that's good with grass. It is not racist, sorry. It's green. So confused. That's a whole nother. series of videos. But it's a place for the bugs to hide, for the ants to climb. The bugs eat it. You know, dogs, cats eat it when they're not feeling well, or sometimes they're just getting the nutrients out of it, depending on what kind of grass you have. And it feels good. It's a nice, cushiony grounding. I mean, can we ground if we go out barefoot in the gravel? Yes, technically. Does it feel good? No. Can we lie down on it? Sure. Does it feel good? Not so much. Plus, there's that aspect of the oxygenation. Number one. So plants give us oxygen. We give them carbon dioxide to help them grow. We are carbon beings. Everything is made of carbon. And we exhale carbon dioxide to help the plants produce oxygen, which they give to us to breathe. That's harmony. That's the balance of humans and nature. We work very well together. Nature thrives with human activity, not the other way around. And we thrive with nature and plant life. Because without plant life, without plants and trees, we wouldn't exist. So we could go on that tangent too on the whole carbon emission thing. It's like, what are carbon emissions? It's us. So getting to zero carbon emission means no life at all. Not just humans, but nothing. Because everything emits some form. So that's a whole nother thing, but just getting that out there. But because the importance of nature, plants, grounding, because it keeps us balanced and focused and whole. It makes us a complete human being. It makes us a complete being, period. It's about working together in a balance, in harmony. I think I did that card earlier. It's about sharing the planet, appreciating nature, feeling the trees, communicating with the trees, listening to the trees, to the grass. It's amazing. Y'all know I'm a tree hugger. Y'all know I talk to the trees and they talk back. With the grass, when I hear it and when I hear flowers and other plants, they sound a little different. Usually the blades of grass are, and it's individual blades, they're their own little being. Each little blade of grass, they have a little higher pitch. But it's more like a murmur, like a little giggle. It's like a giggle. And not like the person that's in the media a lot that's cackling. That's different. It's like a little happy hee 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 hee. Listen, sometimes you think I'm crazy. Well, maybe again a little bit. But if you tune in, get grounded. When you're in that grounding phase or you're in the process of trying to ground and focus, listen, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the nature that you're in, the plants that are around you, the other little critters moving around. You know, tune into that. Feel it. Nature doesn't care what color your skin is or what gender you are. We're all connected. We're all connected. Like it or don't. So try that this week. So working on if you feel the need to ground and focus, immerse yourself in it. As above, so below. Connect as much as you can. Feel the surroundings. Feel your surroundings. To connect with all nature. Because when we can connect with nature, we can connect with other humans on a different level. And there's more balance, more joy, more freedom, more love, more light. Feel the grass. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. Sniff some flowers. And have a beautiful week.